They are playing the Brazilian national team, the Indiana Fever, making their way to Iowa to take on the Brazilians. And guess what? It's sold out in 42 minutes. Tickets going on sale, and we're going to have a packed house. And it didn't take very long for us to realize that. 15,000 plus seats sold out in 42 minutes.
NBA players are losing at Caitlin Clark, and the Indiana Fever just sold out a preseason game against Brazil. And some vets are throwing tantrums like they're in a title fight. They scoffed, calling it just hype, but couldn't resist. Checking Ticketmaster only to see their own arenas half empty, the jealousy is loud. The salt is overflowing, and the haters absolutely down bad. Let's break it all down.
So the Fever are playing in Iowa, and the game sold out in literally, like, it didn't matter how long it took to sell out, you couldn't even get in. If you were there, you probably didn't get a ticket. I would say there were 15,000 tickets. Obviously, I think Iowa season ticket holders got first dibs, which is right if they did. And then you're looking at a situation where basically no Fever fans got them. It's a preseason game. This is a preseason game, and it's sold out in about 10 seconds.
Caitlin Clark didn't just join the WNBA, she's already taking over. The Indiana Fever's first preseason game sold out in just 1 hour. That's not just a sellout, that's a stampede. Scalpers are probably rubbing their hands like Birdman, flipping Fever tickets like they're Taylor Swift VIP passes. Meanwhile, over in Chicago, Angel Reese and the Sky are also gearing up for a preseason matchup against Brazil's national team. That's cool, I guess, but there's just one problem: tickets are still sitting there untouched, collecting virtual dust on Ticketmaster.
And I'm gonna treat myself, man. Yeah, no, I'm going alone. I'm not going to take anybody with me. If you want to come, you got to come yourself. It's $19, man. That's a ghetto tank of gas, man. But yeah, man. Asia Wilson, man, commanding $19.
Let's put this into perspective. Caitlin Clark and the Fever are playing a standard WNBA opponent, and fans rush to grab every ticket in sight. Meanwhile, Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky are set to face a team most casual fans couldn't even name a player from, and the ticket sales, let's just say they're moving slower than a dead Kickstarter campaign.
Such is the Caitlin Clark effect. And you know that the home faithful back in Iowa are going to be pumped up to see her back in the state where she made her name. 42 minutes. That's like back in the day when Rolling Stones tickets would go on sale. You try to go on Ticketmaster, they're gone. Taylor Swift is Swifty territory when you're selling out in 42 minutes.
See, and the craziest part, the price gap. If you're planning to watch Caitlin Clark in action, better have that credit card on standby. Resale prices are skyrocketing like California rent. Meanwhile, over in Chicago, Sky tickets, let's just say, if you've got a $20 bill and a little luck, you might end up courtside, hanging out with the mascot Dot. But here's where it gets even. Funnier Angel Reese and her squad have been making plenty of noise lately. The way they've been hyping themselves up, you'd think they were about to drop a mixtape. And yet, Caitlin, she barely says a word. She just shows up, and boom, sold out arenas.
So I ran across the Chicago Sky versus Brazil women's expedition game before the season, right? And these tickets are starting at $28 to get in, which is crazy to me. $28 to get in. That is wild. This is an expedition game, and you're telling me it's gonna cost $28 for me to get in? I mean, I could get in 31, 38. I mean, all over. I mean, a lot of these tickets are crazy. But I'm just like, it's not even about the price for me. I'm just thinking about, like, I'm comparing the Indiana Fever versus Chicago Sky, because they said that it was like Me Too. Like, you guys are watching women's basketball because of Me Too.
See, and let's be real, this isn't some fluke. The Fever's games aren't just popular, they're the hottest ticket in the league. Meanwhile, Angel Reese and the Sky struggling to fill seats. Makes you wonder, maybe the fans see through the hype. Maybe elite basketball speaks louder than catchy slogans and rehearsed sound bites. Even AJ Wilson, who, let's be honest, carries herself like she invented the game, has been taking subtle shots at Caitlin Clark, trying to downplay her impact. But let's check the scoreboard. The Indiana Fever are selling tickets like they're the Beatles in 1964. Meanwhile, AJ's Aces running 2-for-1 promos like a fast food value meal. The truth, Caitlin Clark is her. Whatever title you want to give her, she's the one, and the numbers don't lie. Still in denial. Go check the ticket sites. Caitlin's game sold out. Angel Reese's, a friendly reminder that supply is far outweighing demand.
I shouldn't be surprised, and yet I'm still surprised because Indiana Fever preseason, not even like preseason, exhibition game with the Indiana Fever are going to play the Brazilian national team at Cover Hockey Arena, Caitlin's college facility.
Chenba players really thought they were untouchable. When it came to the Caitlin Clark effect, they watched ticket prices soar and shrugged it off as a fluke, but reality came crashing down hard, and the receipts are brutal. Because it's not just Angel Reese feeling the heat AJ Wilson's catching strays too. Let's start with Angel. She had the bold talk, claiming she was the reason people were watching. Fans bought into the hype, thinking her games would be sellouts, but a ticket sale said otherwise. The Chicago Sky thought they'd cash in on the Reese wave, but all they got were empty seats and clearance rack prices. It's gotten so bad that tickets are selling for less than a McDonald's combo meal. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark, she's got fans emptying their wallets just for a chance to stand in the building.
And the tickets were supposed to go on sale Friday morning, but they're sold out. So I really don't know what they're going to do about this. I guess it's just kind of like one of those missed opportunities. And, you know, a lot of people are saying they need to move this to a stadium because there's no doubt in Iowa, if you move this to a stadium, it would be sold out.
Then we have AJ Wilson. For years, she's been the WNBA's golden girl. Untouchable when it comes to criticism, but ticket sales, they don't care about reputations. Aces tickets are nosediving faster than Angel Reese's three-point percentage. Think about it. AJ is a two-time MVP, a champion, the so-called face of the league, yet somehow, her games are looking like a bargain bin special. Meanwhile, the moment Caitlin Clark steps on the court, it's must-see TV, sold-out crowds, sky-high resale prices. And yet, WNBA players keep pushing this idea that Caitlin isn't the difference maker. It's all of us, they claim. Oh really? Then why were tickets practically being given away last season? Why weren't resellers making bank off WNBA games before? Why did AJ Wilson's dominance never cause a ticket frenzy, but suddenly, Caitlin Clark walks in and demand skyrockets? It's almost like she's the reason fans are showing up.
If you want to come, you got to come yourself. It's $19, man. That's a ghetto tank of gas, man. But yeah, man. Asia Wilson, man, commanding $19. And listen, man. If you really want to get jazzy, I mean, if you wanna, you know what I'm saying? If you want to wear your meat coat.
But no, they won't admit it. Instead of facing reality, they'd rather convince themselves that fans are suddenly waking up to their greatness. Meanwhile, teams are scrambling to schedule their home games against the Indiana Fever because they know without Caitlin Clark, those seats stay empty. Angel Reese and AJ Wilson are learning that the hard way. They bought into the hype, acting like fans. We're here to see them, but now they're watching Caitlin sell out entire arenas while their own games come with buy one, get 5 free deals. AJ can stack as many championships as she wants. Angel can talk as much as she wants, but the truth is in the money, and right now, the money says there's only one player moving the needle. Her name, Caitlin Clark.
So a lot of people say that Caitlin Clark moves the needle. That is wrong. She is the needle. She dictates. We all know what she's done on the floor. It's history, right? But off the floor, my goodness, she and the Indiana Fever accounted for 45% of all the broadcast value of the WNBA last season. She accounted also for helping drive the numbers of merchandising up 500%. Of course, her jersey was #1.
Sesso, AJ Wilson really thinks she changed the WNBA. That's cute. Meanwhile, ticket prices for her Las Vegas Aces are dropping faster than Angel Reese's shooting percentage. Some seats are going for less than $20, yes. $20, that's not even the price of a decent burger and fries in Vegas. But it'll get you a front row seat to watch the so-called face of the league. But wait, weren't we just told the Aces are a dynasty? Back-to-back champs, a super team, the future of the WNBA. Yeah. So why are their tickets being treated like free samples at Costco? The only time prices dip this low is when nobody cares. And judging by the resale market, Aces tickets are fighting for attention harder than Angel Reese in a post-game press conference.
Number one topic in sports, the face of the WNBA, Caitlin Clark. Every time this woman steps on the court, she's doing something that we've never seen before. She is officially the face of the league. There's no doubt about it. The numbers don't lie, whether it's viewership, whether it's ticket attendance, she's doing sold out dates.
The funniest part, A'ja Wilson is out here acting like she revolutionized the WNBA. Like she's the Michael Jordan of this era. If that's the case, then why are Aces tickets going for less than a pack of gum? Caitlin Clark hasn't even touched a WNBA court yet, and her college games were selling out at NBA prices. Meanwhile, the reigning MVP can't get fans to pay more than loose change for a seat, and let's not blame Vegas. The Golden Knights sell out consistently. The Raiders, even when they struggle, their tickets still cost a fortune, yet somehow, the Aces back-to-back champs. The so-called powerhouse of the league can't fill the arena unless a few tourists stumble in, looking for a cheap way to kill time before their flight.
Look at the price of these tickets. This is like right after the tickets went on sale. So no good seats. $1,142 for a not very good seat. I'm guessing 10 grand minimum courtside to go see Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark isn't just playing basketball, she's running an economic stimulus plan for the WNBA. Teams aren't just prepping for her rival. They're literally moving arenas to handle the crowds she draws. The Indiana Fever could play in an abandoned parking lot, and it would still sell out because Caitlin Clark fans would bring their own chairs just for a chance to watch her pull up from the logo.
I mean, yeah, I think I saw the ticket prices. I guess the only thing is, I'm surprised we're not playing at the United Center. I thought that would have been really good for the game and really good for all the women's basketball fans in Chicago. So maybe there's a conflict of some sort that I don't know about. Obviously, that's a little above my pay grade.
Meanwhile, the Chicago Sky took one look at Wintrust Arena and said, yeah, this ain't gonna cut it. To small. They had to book the United Center, doubling their capacity just to keep up with Caitlin Clark demand. Let that sink in. A whole team had to relocate just for one player's rival. Has that ever happened in the WNBA? Nope. Did they do it when Angel Reese entered the league? Also nope. Because let's be real, no one's upgrading arenas to watch Angel Reese miss 5 layups and give another speech about how it's bigger than basketball.